Hello, ladies, gents, and fans of hairbrushing the pooper. Let's go into more catastrophic speedruns. Nothing of worth is going to happen other than my continued and inevitable humiliation at the hands of Spelunky, and everybody will have a good time pointing and laughing at my mistakes. That's what I'm here for. That is the comedy gold that you come here to enjoy. Your entertainment is my despair. Another speedrun session. Another bundle of joy being experienced. All nonsense aside, still having a great time with speedruns. Not gonna lie to you. The novelty is still all there. All my enjoyment is intact. My complete lack of success is of no consequence. I thought it was spikes because I saw the blood, but it was just an arrow. So, got wrecked in several different ways, but the damage wasn't all that high. Unlike the rent, which is too damn high. Do something like that. Something like this already triggered. There's a crate. Probably should. That was very upsetting. Why do I have to experience such traumatic events? A major L was had. A bruh moment was experienced. Another kind of lit and hip. Very internadian. Internadian, that is a word that I have just made up, and it's 100% accurate. Another internadian mannerisms that you all enjoy. I have 2 points of health. I have 0 points of health. So moving on to back to the start. Moving on back to the start. Wow, what a receiving. What a nice way to be received. And this new seat is like GTFO. Spelunky was like GTFO. You think you can just restart at your whim? I'm not some whore that you can lay your grubby hands onto and just play with as you see fit. Trying to obliterate your hopes, your dreams. How dare you! Taking away my childhood. Anyway, that is what Spelunky was bitching about. And now I'm here, trying to deal with this terribly ordinary, disappointed. Okay, we'll just put a bomb there. Please don't hold on to the bomb, that is unsafe. Not covering the OSHA safety manual for safe handling of explosives. Pretty sure. Oh, I wanted to maybe thread the needle there. Instead, the needle got stuck straight into my bum. Yeah! These arrow traps are out of control. I need to put in a call to the workers unit to come to overhaul these caves. This is completely out of control, these arrow traps. Somebody had a freaking arrow trap surplus. Just put them all over the place. That's a tax write-off. Let's just put them everywhere. We'll let the next people worry about it. And now look at us. Dealing. Ooh. Oh, come on, bro. You have to play ball here. A second compass for good luck. Feeling pretty good about that wonderful, flawless theft that we have carried out. I guess we'll just pick this up. May instantly regret it, but get to go for the exit, no problem. $5,000. That's a result of my brazen initiative. 4 bombs. I must have picked up a crate at some point. Beats me. When the hell did I do that? Probably was owned by some shopkeeper, and now it's owned by my person. This is looking pretty good. Let's see how I throw it. I cannot wait to find out. How do I put this right into the trash? I wonder. I think you should always go. You should always go here, right? I mean, now I kind of wasted time doing it, but as a matter of course, you should always go here because it's not like it's. Does it skip a level? I think it does. It's just more fun, okay? I don't see nothing. No black market nowhere. Okay, we'll just take a little bit of damage here. No big deal. I'm a little annoyed though. Oh boy. Everything's under control. Don't worry about it. Everything's under control. We kind of need to look for the black. We had don't. Am I some kind of fool? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I forgot that we don't have the Jedi. I'm like, where's the black market? What's going on? I don't see a black market. Just committed suicide. Put me out of my misery. This run was completely destroyed. I was looking for the black market without the Jedi. Not the greatest, most intelligent play that you have seen me do so far. But you're probably not surprised. Let's all be honest with ourselves. Let's not pretend like I am the pinnacle of intellect when it comes to fast thinking in Spelunky. Or slow thinking for that matter. Any kind of thinking really. Perhaps above my pay grade. I'm here to be a grunt. I'm here to smash things. What? I was basically ending the run in a stylish way. But even that, I managed to screw it up. Alright, we can get this done now. It's all going to be amazing. You know what? If in all the ways that we could have thrown that jetpack compass run, getting lost in the castle, well, that's one that you probably did not guess. So that's a win, I think. If you skew the variables and your frame of reference and your standards low enough, you can count that as a win. And that's all I am about. Lower your standards enough so that you don't feel like you're a complete and utter failure. It's very important to my continued mental well-being. Pretend like I am worth a damn in any capacity. Just keep that illusion going just one more day. Just one more day keeping that rope away from my neck. That's really important. Mental health. Serious business. Anyway, let's see if we can. Maybe it's still a whole bunch of stuff. Nah. We're doing alright. Like the second level there was super long and awful. Something previous girlfriends have said about my pee-pee. So, you know, I can relate. My goodness, this is awful. And we made it to the exit in 10 seconds. This run, we deserve that W. This one is gonna happen. Woo! Many close calls in close succession to one another. Trying to get through this nonsense. Woo! Was that 3 levels in a row with almost impossible odds? Never tell me the odds, kid. Never tell me the odds. I'm going to fail miserably no matter what. Oh, really? I thought I was quoting Star Wars, but at this point, I'm quoting Nordline, aren't I? I only had Han Solo in my head. I promise you. I think I've heard it far more from freaking Nordline goofing off from some nonsense. You know what? Get that bomb right there. Get to the exit. At least we made it. This run, not the most amazing speedrun you've ever seen, I'm sure, but you know what? Still going forward. That was tough. That was tough, and then it was stupid. It was a tough situation that I handled it absolutely abysmally. Just take me away. This is a terrible 1-1. Terrible. Ooh. Now this I can get behind. Nope. Wrong way. Major stupid called me with his cute little pug face and yeah. Oh, do you guys see that? Sweet move. Wonderful. Whip that arrow out of my face so it would not destroy me. Pretty good about that one. Let's see if we can continue the streak of non-awfulness all the way. I hear there's this place called the Ice Caves. Can't wait to check it out. Alright, please let the run continue being exactly like this. Very straightforward, short stuff. I like it. Like it very much. When will you be seeing this video? Probably like 4 or 5 days from now. So anything topical that I say, I'm recording this on New Year's Eve. Anything topical that I say is going to be completely lost on you. It will be like 5 days old on the internet. That's 5 years old. You see all the people with the decade retrospective and all that stuff. It's like, I don't give a damn. Oh boy. Just get for all this nonsense, please. One thing I did see that I was gnashing my teeth at for a little while. Not like seriously, not. I wasn't like raging. I was weirded out. PewDiePie rating memes. It was the meme of the decade. And at no point was bra mentioned. Like, oh, press F to pay respects. I would say that's number 2. Number 1 absolutely has to be bruh. That's going to be in everybody's parlance for decades to come. That's like this decade's all your base are belong to us. Even better than that, because bruh, it's so beautifully situational. What was this? Let's just not even think about it. Let's just go back to the mines and regroup, reassess, commit suicide, redefenestrate. Well, there's no windows to jump off of, so it's not really defenestration. But symbolically, I am throwing my life out the window and into a dumpster. So, you know, I am defenestrating every single moment of my life, if you think about it a little bit. So, you know, I can use this word with impunity. What was I saying? Yeah, bruh. I love it. It's an excellent meme. It's a meme that you can't even, it doesn't even go stale. I guess if Anchorman started using it, yeah, it will go stale then. Yeah, I guess. It can get killed. It can be killed by boomers. But for now, still fresh as a dew-touched leaf of lettuce. That's bruh. And you know, with all the overuse that it's seen, at least in my sensibilities, I don't know about you. Do you guys see that expert woman throw that prevented me from suffering damage? I'm a champion woman thrower. After all the intense overuse of bruh, I still find it just as good. It's not like funny, but it's a jovial, great meme. Doesn't even qualify as a meme anymore. It's like, it's just part of the internet parlance, man. Gotta hand it though to press F to pay respects. Absolute top tier content. Certainly a very close second, but my meme of the decade. I will fight you on this. I will fight you on the internet and in the real world if you dare appear near my vicinity. Just put it in context and we will have a fist fight. Like, don't just approach me and punch me. That's weird. That's not a thing that is conducive to fun engagement. Oh man, I was really hoping this was the way. But if you approach me, son of a bitch. If you approach me and you're like, you say that bro was the meme of the decade and I vehemently disagree, I think we need to have fisticuffs. I'll roll up my sleeves. I will challenge you to set fisticuffs with much gumption. I was hoping to make that jump. I will challenge you and I will succeed. I am the bruh champion. Okay? So we'll see. Let me know in the comments below. What is your meme of the decade? Keep the discussion going. Seriously though, is there one that I'm missing? I've only said 2, but those are the 2 real contenders for me in my mind. All the others have been like memes are a tragedy these days. This is about 75% sincere. What was that 1-1? That was awful. Oh well, hello. That would have been nice to have, but still, with the 1-1 we had, not even worth it. Even with all that stuff, not even worth it. Let's see the exit. The skeleton totally ruined everything. I was like, yeah, I can thread the needle for these 2 pieces of garbage. But no, the skeleton had to ruin it all. Is this saying a thing? Still talk about memes. And then I got distracted by Spelunky nonsense. Yes! Memes being a tragedy. Thank you for putting me out of my misery. Memes being a tragedy these days. They are so fast and transient. None of them stick. That's the problem with it. Like, it moves so quickly. There's new meme formats every single day. Sometimes within a day, a meme will become super popular and dead. Okay, Boomer, I am done. And most of people are done with Okay Boomer, and it made it to almost mainstream. It's like, holy crap, this meme is rocket powered and then just petered out, Challenger style, blew up, and now everybody is just a source of sadness for everybody that thinks about it. A little bit of a callous and insensitive metaphor that I went for there. Is it? I don't think it's that. It's more as a simile. I think it's simile. I was goofing off on my usual not knowing how to pronounce things, and I think I arrived at the correct pronunciation. Simile. Correct me if I'm wrong, and that is 100% a request. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure it's simile. Anyway. Okay, Boomer, Challenger space shuttle. That's exactly the trajectory that they both followed. Loaded like crazy. And then it just brings you sadness. My goodness, what a nightmare. We made it pretty quick. What are the memes that are actually good but then immediately just get old? Forget, man. There's so many. That's the thing. Isn't that part of my point? There's so many of them, I cannot even tell you examples because they're so ephemeral that they're gone. I'm trying to come up with them in the back of my brain. Come on, come up with something. Come up with something that goes, remember X? And then I tell you X, and yeah, oh yeah, that is a dead meme. That was actually pretty funny when I first saw it. No, I can't even come up with it. Can't even come up with it. Another one that I absolutely despise is like from the very first that I saw. Imagine dealing with X posted by the Y gang. It's so awful. Who latches onto this awful format of a meme? Are you insane? Can you tell that I've been casually browsing me IRL subreddit just on my downtime? You know, you take a break, you don't really have the actual time to bust out the laptop for some impromptu writing time. 5 minutes or more. I mean, 5 minutes or more. Less than that, it's just not worth busting out the laptop. Something I have said many times. I'm actually very fortunate in that sense that... Oh, well, there goes the teleporter. Kind of need to go around this ice caves level and just suckle my thumb. I'm just going to jump forward because there was either... Here's my reasoning, and I am sticking to it. I think that was a good choice, the jump that I just did. There's either an exit on the other end of this jump, or death. And both of those outcomes are the only outcomes that I can have at this point, because otherwise the speedrun is not a speedrun anymore. So that jump that looked like a full of abandoned suicide, abandoned all hope suicide. It was not. It was an executive decision to put an end to this nonsense one way or another. Turned out that the way that won out was the one in which I splat in a billion tiny pieces, and at the end of a very, very long fall. Something that actually happens. You know, you see those cartoons, people sometimes survive these enormous falls, and that's not what usually happens. Most of the time, you just explode against the floor, the ground, whatever the ground may be, especially if it's a concrete ground. It's going to be 9/11. No, I don't need to say anymore. That's one thing I'm not going to goof off of, because some people will actually like that. That's one of the few actual trigger warnings that I will be okay with. Something at the front of a video saying this video deals deeply with 9/11 events. Viewer advisory, be advised. Because there's some people that were actually legitimately horrendously traumatized by that stuff. So it's not like trigger warning, there's a clapping in this video. Not like that. But I think definitely. And now I have pretty much trigger on, and I'm not going to put that warning because I'm going to completely forget. Instead, I'm going to name this episode something along the lines of best memes of the decade 2020 going forward, whatever. But deep in it, there's going to be an extremely sad remembrance and triggering of both your Challenger space shuttle trauma and your 9/11 trauma. You're welcome. Let's carry on. Oh boy. Comedy, man. You gotta love it. Say awful things, call it comedy. Get you out of jail free card. Every time. Never backfires. This was an extremely short trek to a very painful ending of a 1-4. Don't see no black market over here, so we'll just continue on. You know what? If you want to put a thumbs down for on the video, this is one of those videos where I'm like, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes you see that thumbs down, it's like, I wonder why. I wish they would tell me why. I wish they would tell me why. Because I don't think right now, I used to have at least one dedicated hater. And I was like almost proud of it. Like, man, I got me a hater. I'm climbing up in the world. Pretty sure they got tired of me, which, you know, I don't really blame them. I have been married. Oh, what is the deal? What is the deal with these monsters? I was going to make a stale marriage joke and you ruined it. You dumb piece of garbage skeleton. Used to have haters that will hit that dislike button every time. They got sick of it. They got bored. Now they just happen now and then. But this is one of those that will be like, you know what? Yeah, I earned that one. I earned that one. If you want to put even 2 or 3 thumbs down, I'll be like, yep. I know why that one's there. But other than that, most of the time I have no idea. People, I guess when you hit the, I guess they might feel like it's self-evident. And this thumbs down because the quality of your content is garbage. Putting this thumbs down because you just talked about raping mongoose for 20 minutes straight. I'm going to let that linger a little bit. Why? Tell me why. And I might improve. Oh, we had to check out that store. You know what? Fine. I accept this. I accept the outcome of this shop. This mattock is going to pay for itself very quickly. If only I could get rid of these 8-leg monstrosities. Was that exit like straight down in a line? Yes, it was. That was pretty cool. You don't get many of those. Yep. I sure made certain to catch that spit into my face and then panic a little bit with my ropes. We can still salvage it though. There's still time, I can still save her, he said while dropping to his death. That's been happening way too much. That 1 point of damage, fall damage. Super garbage. Super garbage. May this be the absolute worst speedrun session yet? Perhaps. But I'm just here to talk about stupid nonsense while pretending to speedrun the game. Not even trying. I'm just shooting words out of my mouth at a stupid rate. Barely coherent. Very shoddily put together. Maybe give you a chuckle here and there. And that is mission accomplished for me. Going again. Was this the daily challenge that I just recorded? Or was it this speedrun? Whoa! Was it this speedrun session? I don't know. Either way, I've talked about lowering the standards so that I can meet them. There you go. Don't put your standards at being good at the game. You put the standard at, did I manage to get a chuckle out of you? Maybe a little. Third time's the charm. I avoided those spikes going into my anal cavity a whole bunch of times. The third time it got me though. Brought to you by the not looking down before jumping down gang. Absolutely awful. Awful meme. What a piece of garbage. What a piece of garbage. Doge. Who uses Doge anymore? I never really liked Doge. It was awful. The entire, that's where all the dumb dog speak thing came from. Can't say that I wouldn't go as strong as I can't stand it, but I've always mildly disliked it. How it caught on that that's how dogs speak and think to themselves. There's a little bit of accuracy to the simplified way in which those thoughts are expressed. Still though, kind of obnoxious, okay? Being an old boomer curmudgeon over here. Just intolerant. I complain. I've put a formal complaint. Spelunky engine, please. Don't arrow my butt. Because instead of crouching at the edge, I'm throwing the chest down. Instead of that, I actually grab the edge. Like a moron. Alright, off through the exit we go. Been concentrating a lot. Like I said that I would change my philosophy, and I did. Been posting one game, namely All Celeste. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That was humiliation times a million. I do miss the variety. I can't win. I concentrate on one game to just, do the one and then move on to the next. And I miss the variety. I put on all kinds of games and I'm like, this is out of control. Nothing's getting done. What is a man to do with his YouTube channel? Maybe the proper way to do it is to achieve a reasonable balance. But I think there's no such thing. No such thing. There's no reasonable balance. Only one or the other. Because even 3 games at a time, it just still feels too much. Please let me through this madness. Alright. Okay, brothers. And a few sisters. Demographics are like 90%. Dude bros. You can't neglect the ladies. Can't neglect the ladies. Because I'm a proper internet netbeard. And I'm always watching out for them honeys. It doesn't matter that I'm a happily married man who would never This is 100% sincere. I'm going to get it. Oh, I'm going to give you the cheating spiel. I'm going to do it. It's very short. If you ever cheat, you're a scumbag piece of garbage person, and I absolutely hate you at a personal level. If you're a cheater, it's like if you're sick of your current relationship, just end it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just letting your dick think, and it does such damage to everything around you. Even if you don't get caught. It is so utterly... I'm beyond understanding the mindset. I totally get you being bored of your partner and wanted to have a different partner. I totally get that. Don't do it behind their back, though. You're ruining that person for decades to come. The poor bastard that comes after you is going to have to deal with that baggage so hard. Oh, it pisses me off just thinking about it. Every time it ruins any piece of fiction. I don't know where this came from, by the way. Oh yeah, because let me finish that first one. Even though a happily married man that will never cheat, looking out for the female gaze, always looking out for it, because it is ingrained in my male lizard brain. Impress females. It's so important to the male brain. Did I impress that female? Oh, self-worth up. It's just the way it works. Don't question it. You're born with it. I mean, not everybody is, but most males are. You just have to accept it, and don't let it take over what you do. Don't do anything stupid. But turn to find the exit and it doesn't exist. So that's disappointing. And now I am stuck in a horrendous nightmare from which I cannot get up. So that's the end of the first sentence. The second thing, ruining the person for decades, probably for the rest of their lives. They're never going to be able to trust again, especially if they get cheated on by somebody they actually trust. Like sometimes it's a relationship and you can kind of tell, right? Some other times though, they're in complete blissful ignorance. And then they find out, and it's just the destruction of an entire person. And whatever relationships they may have in the future. So it's like, it's right up there in my moral wrongness scale with perhaps not murder, but violent assault. Right up there with violent assault, violent thievery, some really despicable stuff. Violent thievery out of greed, not out of necessity. It's right up there in the moral badness scale. Right up there with cheating. Because the damage you're dealing, it is so disproportionate to the benefit that you're reaping from it. So you wanted to get your dick wet, or, get a wet dick in you. And in exchange, you have utterly shattered somebody. kind of a terrible trade-off. Even if you have a reason to want revenge, I mean, it gets to muddled waters there. Like if you are in a absolutely hateful and spiteful relationship that you absolutely loathe, I guess we're going this way. And for whatever reason you can't get out of it, I guess your moral wrongness is slightly assuaged by that. But not much. Every time, like my wife and I, we're in the same page on that. So every time, every piece of fiction is ruined. Or at the very least, the protagonist or the character that's doing it, 100% ruined if they're cheaters. If they indulge in that, it can be the temptation there, and they reject it, and that shows their moral mettle, and we actually like them better as a result. It's a good mechanism to show, hey, this hoe is loyal, but we always say, no, don't do it. Yelling at the screen, don't do it. No, don't do it. And they do it. And it makes you want to turn the damn thing off. It's so infuriating. Because it's always stupid. And you can always tell it's stupid. It's never a good decision. Oh. See you later, fellow. We are equipped for success. I think I want to get rid of the mattock though. The mattock and the jetpack are kind of anti-synergy because I cannot swing as I go. So I think it's... I should have grabbed that. I should have maybe not gotten an arrow in my butthole. That'll also have helped. I should maybe have bombed my way down instead of finding this horrible place the hard way. So there you go. All over the place today with the commentary. Don't even feel bad. You know, that's what I come here for. To just run my mouth with whatever the hell nonsense comes out of it. Oh, come on. He's not going to make it to me. Don't worry about it. You just have to accept that sometimes they're going to shotgun jump and destroy you. Whew, I had to pause for a moment there. I needed some water. My voice was going out. Wasted a few seconds. So let's maybe make them up by being excellent at this one. Hello. Please let me go. There's just so many heads to stomp on. It's looking like this is going to be our last run here. We got a good one. All it takes is us finding a fortuitous jetpack, strapping it to our backs. Completely fortuitous and free, and consequence free to take it. Nobody's ever mad. Nobody's ever ornery. No. I thought it was the right way, and then it was not the right way, and then it was the terrible way, and what is going on? There's the exit. Holy crap. That was awful. Didn't make it. Still made it somehow under 20 seconds, though. And Gronk is still alive. We got 1 point of health. And that is there. There. That's pretty good. See, watch out for a damsel, maybe. Is there a use for this for this Gronk? I don't think so. Okay, I thought it was that one that was exploding. I thought it was the one right under my feet that was exploding. But no. So I think, oh, I'll take the extra second to get you. See if we can make this happen. Almost get insta-exploded. Shopkeeper forgiveness. Look at that. Look at this run. Check out whether it's like the even thing after pissing off a shopkeeper. There was one. I think the shopkeeper was murdered. The shopkeeper was murdered by tiki traps off screen. Shopkeepers forgave me. Look at that. Never punished. Please. Get to the exit. Now we have an extra point of health. We have a compass, an extra point of health. Do we have bombs? I don't know if I stole bombs. I don't think so. So I think we have like 3, 4. We're good. Bypass. Ew. Oh, this sucks. No, we're bombing. We're bombing. Well, made it in 15 seconds. That's not too bad. All right, so how are we going to do Olmec? Poorly? That's the answer to that question. We're going to do Olmec poorly. And probably in the most incompetent way possible. But hopefully, not dying. I think I want to not use bombs because I don't trust myself. I could actually buy these guns. I thought for sure that I had enough money. Whew. 2 points of health though. Yeah. Okay, we're all like, is this enough? Is this enough? Oh no. Let's make a shaft. Are we at the 420 mark? Pretty sure this run's been on the longer side. I don't think we're gonna make it though. Okay, Olmec. Huh? Oh no, this is a bad idea. Uh-oh. Right, we got this. We don't have this. And just like that, I threw the run into the garbage. 347. We totally could have gotten it. Give me a bomb. Yeah, we're giving bombs. Got some bombs. I mean, this is not gonna work out anymore, but. 402, 403. Can't believe it. We actually beat the record. Is my personal best that bad that we did all that and beat the personal? Oh, that's humiliating. Oh, wow. My personal best is so terrible that after what you just witnessed, still got a better time. Amazing. But hey, I was starting already narrative earlier. Is this the absolute worst we've ever done? And here you go, pulling it out. Oh, starting the new year. I can see it all ramping up. Actually, you're here now, and it's all downhill from here. You get the high watermark early, so that way you can just go all the way down into the bottom. Nice, setting up the new year perfectly. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was a good time. See you guys in the, I'm not going to stop. These speedruns are unstoppable.